YouTube? Was good. Let's get into it. So, I got a question for y'all this morning, right? So this shit just been like, it's been in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a little question I got for y'all. You know, for the open-minded people who willing to consider the perspective, and maybe who won't frown upon the concept. So, if we are all created in God's image, right? Me, I'm a black man, and I'm created in God's image, right? If we're all created in God's image, and let's say I was born a pimp, and I know, and I just always knew how to do this shit, right? Like, nobody ever taught it to me. It's just certain shit I knew how to do in life that no one ever taught me. I didn't go to school to learn it. I didn't watch anybody else do it. It's just shit that I always understood in life. So, let's say I'm a pimp, right? And I'm created in God's image. What would that make God? What would that make God if I'm a pimp and I'm created in God's image? And how could being a pimp be wrong? Like, I can't, like, I don't understand how there's so much hate and so many negative stigmas attached to being a pimp when if you're a black man and you created in God's image and you're a pimp, then that means you are what? That'll make you the closest thing to God, right? So I don't understand how, well, I do understand how there's so many negative stigmas attached to it. It's because all of the people who are non-believers and the people who don't believe in God, they want to make anything associated with God actually associated with God. They want to make it negative. They want to make it a bad thing because it goes against everything they stand for. It goes against everything. It goes against every narrative they want to sell you about what good is and what evil is. You know, I've seen versions of this shit that made me hate who I am. I've seen versions of this shit that made me hate who I am. Like, that's not who I am. So it made me not even want to associate with people who call themselves pimps. The example I seen in the version of what they do made me hate even being a part of this shit. Because it's like, I felt like that's not what this shit stand for. That's not what this shit was created for. You know what I'm saying? And how I view it, like, I see it as like sort of a father figure and a guardian type deal. You know, and it's like they turn it into like this manipulative, self-centered con artist for the sake of their own financial gain. And it's like everything I do is based on love, and the shit that these so-called pimps do is based on their hate for a woman, based on their hate for themselves, honestly. It's just someone taught them how to be a narcissistic manipulator for their financial gain, and it's financially beneficial for them to be that. And it's like, that's not what I see. That's not what I see. And that's not the direction I see this pimp shit going in. Y'all ain't gotta thank me. I said what I said. Sauce shit.